Hello, FreightWaves Nation. This is Marilyn Serber with Tenstreet, and I am excited to talk to you more about our platform today. Tenstreet's platform connects carriers and drivers, allowing motor carriers to recruit drivers all while staying compliant. We have helped thousands of carriers recruit, market to, manage, and onboard drivers. Millions of truck drivers have used our platform to apply for their next job safely and securely. Today, Driver Pulse has grown to be so much more. We help you manage the entire life cycle of a driver. In the safety department, we can help you with your DQF and your compliance, your clearinghouse process, as well as help you improve your CSA scores. The best part about the Driver Pulse app is that 3 out of 4 drivers already have it on their phone, and it's completely free for you and drivers. To start, let's say we're a driver looking for a job. Instead of playing the long game using the traditional method of applying on multiple sites and job boards all over the internet, who has time for that? He uses Pulse to enter the specifications he is looking for and sets out to find a carrier who's looking for him. Nearly 9 out of 10 drivers in the market today have stored their application information on the Tenstreet platform, and that means that the new users to Pulse can connect not only to their application details, but also their full job search history. And once they are in the app, about 35,000 applications are submitted per month, the single largest source of driver applications in the market. Once the driver has applied, the app shows him the recruiter's name assigned to his application. Carriers control the statuses he's able to see, but from the driver's point of view, he has total transparency into what's happening with his application. He watches as his application moves from status to status and is able to use the in-app messaging inside Pulse to communicate with his recruiter. It's not a surprise that engaged drivers are hired at a higher rate than non-engaged drivers, but what you might not expect is that engaged drivers that use Pulse, those that both send and receive messages from a carrier, are more than 50% more likely to be hired than drivers that engage via SMS. Put another way, drivers come to Pulse to manage their career, and trying to interact with a driver via texting is like trying to have a serious discussion with someone while they are playing a video game. You're just not likely to get their attention. It has the attention of his recruiter as well, as she loves that he has visibility to a shared driver-recruiter checklist so they can work together to complete tasks and get the driver hired. Drivers get a stronger sense of engagement with their new carrier working this way too, meaning he's more likely to stick around and not drop off. She reviews his application with him, makes changes, and shoots the updated application over to him to confirm its accuracy. Our driver can complete orientation, forms, and training all from his Driver Pulse app. What's even cooler is that he can share the training and forms that he's already completed and stored in Driver Pulse with other carriers that he might go to work with in the future. Driver Pulse really helps drivers manage their driving careers, and from the app's reviews, they absolutely love it. Pulse can do more for our recruiters, including document sharing and texting, all making the hiring process so much more efficient. But for the sake of time, let's move over to onboarding. With 80% of onboarding events on our platform coming from mobile devices, it's more and more imperative to have an onboarding system that's mobile first. So remember those days of sending drivers home because they couldn't pass the drug test? If you haven't left those days behind you yet, we can help you with that. You can operate using a completely electronic chain of custody and schedule a drug and physical for a driver to save money and time before the driver ever arrives at orientation. Pick a collection site facility near your driver, and the driver receives a digital barcode and collection site details all through Driver Pulse. Carriers get real-time updates and test results delivered to them, giving them total transparency into the drug screening process, something that's traditionally been a shadowy place in the past. So after a driver completes the onboarding process and is officially hired, the safety mode in Driver Pulse becomes visible. It's here that Pulse helps drivers and helps carriers meet DQF and clearinghouse requirements, automate the cumbersome MVR process, send driver surveys, and schedule ongoing training. If you subscribe to our CSA service, drivers will be assigned corrective training based on any infractions they receive while driving for you. This is huge, and it really helps create a culture of safety in your organization, which is super important in defending yourself against any potential nuclear verdicts. If you want to schedule specific training out to your drivers, you can do that too, and drivers will be enrolled in any ad hoc training, say winter driving, and they can complete that through their phone on their Pulse app. If you want to assign drivers training post-hire, we can do that too. All drivers in your platform can be enrolled in any training class at any time. Let's say you assign all your drivers winter driving in October. You can go in, assign them that training, and they can complete it right through the Driver Pulse app, and the certificate of the training will be automatically stored in their driver file. For DQF management, Pulse can automatically send push notices out that are triggered from an expiration process carriers can set up and express. Say a driver's CDL is set to expire in a month. Well, Driver Pulse will alert the driver to this fact and prompt them to capture a new image of an updated CDL, replacing the old CDL in a matter of minutes. As you can see, Pulse really helps make the driver experience exceptional, adding convenience and helping them manage their driving career. For carriers, it helps you remove inefficiencies, manage the entire life cycle of a driver, and helps you save money along the way. The greatest part about Pulse is that it's only going to get better. We are adding new functionality for drivers and carriers all the time, and this is good news for you as a carrier. Drivers are more likely to stay with a carrier when they are engaged in the post-hire activities with that carrier through our Driver Pulse app. If you are interested in more information about Tenstreet, please email sales@tenstreet.com. Thank you for your time today.